Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. You're looking at an SU-130PM. It's the Tier 8 Soviet premium tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Steps, and it's under the command of Virag Elftars. And you can notice that the tanks are already moving. Well, they're about to, because the game has already started. And yes, he loaded into the game very late. But he's off and he's running. Now, he's got a 13cm main gun, capable of doing 520 alpha. It's the biggest alpha for this tier for a tank destroyer. It's based on the hull of the SU-130PM, and it's capable as well of penetrating 243mm of pen. That was a bit of a snapshot there on an ELC Evan 90. And you don't have a lot of ammunition to play with this tank destroyer. Only 30 rounds, so he's already burned through one. Now, this is a 2 replay video, and both replays got something in common. So I'll leave you to work out what that is. Oh, good shot. Low roll on the Scorpion, but he does manage to get a pin. And yes, the spotting, I think, is going to the one of our teammates, the LTTB. Now, the thing about the SU-130PM is it can't turn its turret all the way round. In fact, it can only turn it 77.5 degrees either side of the center line. And that kind of handicaps this tank destroyer, because it means that, oh, just missed out on getting the Shrek. It kind of handicaps him because, of course, he can't shoot behind him. If the enemy gets behind him, then he's effectively done for, because so long as they stay behind him, he can't shoot at them. The other bad thing about this tank destroyer is it has no armor, which makes it very vulnerable. Oh, he waited for the moment that the guy would pull back, the Panther 2, but unfortunately he didn't get it right, and the shell actually hit the rock rather than hitting the target. Yes, so with no armor, or no armor to speak of, in fact, it's the biggest armor on the vehicle. It's only 20mm at the front of the hull. And if it gets hit by an Arty shell, it more than likely will penetrate the shell and probably will give you, well, it could give you a full hull roll, a high roll to wipe it out with one go. Okay, ELC's turned up again. And this time round, it's his last turn, because, of course, he has been wiped out for 230. Okay, so now Virag has got 2 kills. Well, no, 1 kill. I was looking at the SU-101. Okay, 1 kill up so far. Let's see what he can do. Well, that Shrek is still there, but he's hiding. There's another ELC over there who keeps moving about, but he's still got him. Now it's 2 kills. That guy was moving about quite a lot, and the gun wasn't steadying as much as he would like to. In fact, actually, I said that it's got the best alpha. It doesn't actually. It has the 3rd best alpha for a tank destroyer at this tier. It has very good accuracy, though. A relatively high top speed as well. The vehicle will actually do 65 kilometers an hour, so it's about the speed of a light tank, even though it's actually a tank destroyer. But the main reason behind that is the fact that it is very low on armor. That's how it can go fast. Now, he's decided to go defensive because he can see that the enemy is coming down the west side of the map. He's trying to get a spot, so the east side of the map, rather. Trying to get a spot so he can actually shoot at them as they arrive. Now, the Shrek is also doing the same. He's decided to knock down the trees in this position. Now, this is not a brilliant position for shooting at the enemy. It allows you to go hull down just slightly, but if the enemy managed to creep up on your flank, that is by going along that ridge line just in front of our cap area, then they can get shots on you without you being able to do much about it, except move about. Okay, AMBT. No shot yet, but if he keeps coming forward, he will get hit. He's decided to switch to a heat round using his intuition. See, the mod is catching up because it thought he was doing a full reload. The Ferdinand's off in that direction. And the A and B team managed to move up without getting spotted there. Ah, we've got him a shot now. Now we do have the Star 1 a little further up. It might not be a good idea for him to move too much about in this position. Stay behind the cover and wait for his teammates to spot these guys so he can then hold them. He hit him, but he didn't get any damage out of it other than the critical hit. He's decided he's going to fall back to the same position the Shrek's in because he can cover both sides. And there is that Panther 2. Pumps one in, gets a high roll for 560, but he did get spotted. Of course, there's no way you can use the push mechanic from this position. It's very, very difficult. And the Shrek is making a terrible move by doing this because he's likely to get shot at. Well, now we can do the same, but he's capping. One shot into the side of the turret and he's out the game. Again, we did get spotted. The reason the Shrek, it was dangerous for him, he's overextending, which makes him much easier to spot. Okay, just checking on this side. There are more enemy on this side. The AMBT's moved up. He's in defilade at the bottom of the hill, so we can't get a shot at him at the moment. There is a Ferdinand still off in the distance, but we can't see him. There's only 4 left on our team. It's a very difficult situation because there's 8 enemy tanks out there. And now it's just got worse. There's only 3 left on our team. He's trying to get the gun as low as possible as he can, just in case the MBT tries to get up. Oh! Cheeky little thing. And we do take a round from the AMBT. And he gets another one in as well. And the long reload hurts us here. The standard reload, 13.04 seconds. And we can see Virag has got it down to 10.56. But it's still too long for us to get a shell into the AMBT, put him out the game. But if he pops up again, we might be able to. We've only got 377 hit points left out of 1100. And there goes the Shrek. Because he did overextend again, but so did the AMBT. And we took a round in the tracks. The Ferdinand could see us because the AMBT could. Now we need to pull back, but the Ferdinand does have a long reload. We can now see a BZ-166 circling down below, trying to get at us. Now he's going to try and come up and use that long reload to try and get a shot into us. Oh, one shot kill. He's gone. So that brings us up to 5 kills now. 1 short of getting a Top Gun. And it's now we're all alone against 6. In fact, I think we were all alone against 7 at one point. And here comes that Ferdinand. He goes down with 1 shot. So now we're against 5. And we've got a Top Gun. Well, at least there would be some compensation if this game ends right now. We get the courageous resistance even if we lose. Okay, XM66F, I should say. Okay, didn't get it, but can we get a second? Wait for the reload. Now, I think that XM is looking for us to push and extend and get a shot into us. Oh, 1 shot kill again. And now he's got 7 kills, 1 short of getting a Radley's. The Shrek, the other enemy Shrek, has actually got up to the other hill, just the other side. 1 shot. And he's got him too, and that's a Radley's. Now, he's just pushed that wreck slightly to give him a bit more room. I think he can get a shot on the M4Y, the Yo tank, on the enemy team. From this direction, I don't think there's any enemy on this side of the map. So he might be able to escape by running down that side. But with only 1 hit, he could be taken out of the game. So he needs to be careful. Frontal armor, as I said, 20 millimeters. Side armor's 15 millimeters. And the rear armor is only 8 millimeters. And the turret, well, the front of the turret's only got 15 millimeters of armor. So this thing is tremendously easy to take out with just one HE round. Well, he has decided to move and try and escape. He's kind of trapped where he was. The enemy might not see him run away, in which case they're going to keep trying to attack that position whilst he's disappeared up to the north. Now, if he can pick his spot, then as they try to assault those cliffs, he can then pick them off one by one. The other good thing is that he can actually go faster than everyone else on the enemy team, except maybe the Shrek. I'm not sure if the Shrek... Oh, yes, he's going to get his first customer, the M4Y, who's trying to make his way up. Okay. And he gets him. That's 9. He's one short of getting a Paul's medal now. Only 2 enemies to go. Question is, where is that Shrek? He's not been seen yet, you know. The thing is that I'm wondering if he's AFK. Trying to creep up on the lurver. According to the minimap and the health bar, we can see that they're nearly full health. There he is. He's AFK. He must be. He didn't even move. Okay, well, the Shrek might know where we are, even if we don't know if this guy's alive or dead. I think he's disconnected. Pumps another one in. Now, at least, even at this range, if he comes back to life, we can run away because we've got the speed to do it. Pumps another one into the engine bay. He's looking for the fire. One more shot, and there's only one enemy to go. Yes! Okay, so there's only one to go now, the Shrek. It's 1-on-1. I'm pretty sure he was 1 against 7 at one point, just before his teammate got wiped out. Now, we can't just assume that the guy is AFK, but if he hasn't been seen all battle, it's possible that he's still up there. We don't know for certain, though. Sixth Sense hasn't gone off, so we've not been seen yet. The Sixth Sense going off on the lurver was an automatic response, simply because the we'd seen him. No, not about. I wonder if he's up on the heights. We're past the 150 mark, so we can't cap out. Haven't got enough time. Doesn't appear that he's up on the heights. He might be down on the west side of the map. In fact, we can't be certain where he is, for that matter. But it might be that he is actually disconnected, just like the lurver. If so, then he could actually go and try and get a Fadens. Well, it's going to be a tense minute. He's pulled back to give himself a tactical view because he needs to know the moment that guy's spotted if he's in the field of view. Under 1 minute to go. I think he might be guessing that he's actually somewhere on this side of the map. 20 seconds. I think he's now just getting rid of ammo to hope that he can actually... Oh, he won't be able to get a Phalanx now. He's blasting away the ammo. Oh! He disconnected! And he's blown up, and that's it. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker for Virag Eltas in the SU-130PM. He managed to get a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. He got a Pools medal. Yes, he took out 10 enemy vehicles, or at least 10, and he did get 10 in this one. He also managed to get the medal that everyone would like to get, the Kolobanov, for standing alone at least 5 enemy vehicles and winning. And he also got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. And the win rate from that one, 13,095, which is Super Unicum standard and a lot more. Now, if we look at the team scores and have a look, and yes, there he is, right at the top of the table, 6,142 hit points. Second highest damage was the Shrek on the enemy team. No, not the one that he didn't find. I think that's the one that he actually killed, Month the Walker. If we just check that to see, because he did kill a Shrek. Scroll the page. Yes, that is the guy that he killed. So that guy, he did know where he was. There was another Shrek. That's his name, that guy there. And he blew up at the end of the game because he disconnected. So right at the very end, when the game got to 0 point in time, the game automatically blew him up, and that counted within the 5 seconds, the grace time, as a kill, or not a kill for him, but it counted that he was lost in battle, and it gave the win to Virag. So he got the highest damage, second highest damage to Shrek. The third highest damage was the M4Y, who obviously tried to assault the hill, not realizing that Virag was not there anymore. He got 3,500 hit points exactly. When it came to kills, yep, Virag got that. 10 kills for him, the Pools medal. 3 kills went to the Shrek, and 3 kills went to the BZ-166, with 2 kills going to the SU-101 on his own team, and the M4Y and Ferdinand on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he was the only one to get over 1,000 base, and that means he's got the top in all 3 columns, 1,896 base experience points, with the next highest person being the M4Y on the enemy team with 690, and that's followed by the SU-101 on his own team with 678. So that guy did very well, considering he actually beat somebody on the winning team by his XP. Virag fired 24 rounds. Now, you only have 30 rounds in this, so he had 6 rounds spare at the end of the game. 17 direct hits on the enemy, 16 penetrations, damage of 6,142 hit points, of which 1,646 were at more than 300 meters. 3 hits received, 2 penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 11 enemy vehicles were damaged, 10 were killed, 34 hit points of damage assistance, and he got 4 defense points when you reset the cap. On a premium account, he actually made a profit of 244,465 credits for the game, which lasted the full 15 minutes. And he also took away 21,614 experience points, thanks to a reward for mission completion of 17,064 and 1,250 free experience out of that game as well. Well, quite a game, but as I did say right at the very start, this game has something in common with the next game you're going to see. So hold on to your horses and watch this one. The second replay features the FV4005 Stage 2. This one's located on the west spawn of Paris, and it's under the command of Repipali. Now, it's got the big 183mm main gun, which is actually designed from a 7.2-inch main gun, actually. And, oh, he's found somebody already. Or at least his teammates did. Now, this is the gun with a huge alpha. 1150 with standard AP. With the Hesh rounds, it's capable of doing an equally massive amount of damage, 1750, but it's only got 230mm pen. And his first shot kills the pattern, 1820, which is a high roll with his first shot. Now, if you're wondering about the unusual skin, yes, Wargaming brought that one out. It's the steampunk version of the FV4005. Now, it was actually built from a Centurion tank, a Centurion Mark III, and they actually had two prototype turrets. One, which is the Stage 2 you're looking at right now, which is the enclosed gun in a gun shield, which is virtually no armor whatsoever. It's only 14mm of armor. And the second version, which is an exposed gun, which had an auto loader. So basically, it was just a bare bones looking vehicle with a huge automatic gun on top. Not sure where the gunner went actually on that one. I don't think there's room for him in the hull, but I guess he was up there with the gun. Now, it's not a particularly fast tank destroyer, 32 kilometers an hour, but it does have a very, very big punch. It's also an arty target because obviously with a very thin armored turret, if you hit it with an HE round, you nearly always get a penetrating shot and wipe out the enemy. We don't often see this tank on What Arty Noobs, mainly because it is a tank. Because we feature mostly Arty and other tanks, light tanks and medium tanks. Don't always get these ones, but it's always fun featuring some really good game. And well, with these two, I think it was almost a certainty. I haven't told you what the connection is between the two yet, but obviously, in fact, there's more than one connection with these games. I guess I can tell you one of the connections is they were both played on my birthday, but it wasn't me playing them, obviously. But that's not the only connection. Okay, can't see anyone over there at the moment, but if they do stick their head out, they're more likely going to get it chopped off. It appears there was a Leopard 1 over on the other side where he actually blind fired, but I'm not sure he actually hit him. If he had, I think he would have known about it. He's loaded the Hesh again because obviously the Hesh does get a rather good result. Now, you only get 20 rounds of ammo, so you have to make the best use of them because you really haven't got that much to blind fire. He's already blind fired one, but he did get a good hit with one of his shots. Scores are even at the moment. Looks like the enemy is pushing through at the bridge. I know this tank is actually a favourite of 06 Walls, Steve Walls, Honest Gaming. He loves this tank. In fact, he loves blind firing this tank on the enemy and taking out enemy units. It is particularly funny if you do get a blind hit and wipe them out, because it means that he's been able to work out exactly where the enemy is, even though they're hidden from view. There's two RT on the enemy team. They've got a Conqueror gun carriage and a GW Tiger. You can see where our RT are located. It's just a little behind us and to our left. Oh, enemy in tight. Now, he's not looking in that direction at the moment. He should be. Yeah, I think actually if he was looking, he might be able to get that Skoda who's actually moving across the field at the moment. But he kind of left it a little late. With any luck, the Arty will actually deal with that guy. Yeah, he was focused on that position for a long time without moving. I wonder if he was around at all, if he's actually walked away. But I suspect he was around because, of course, he did respond when the Skoda did cross the field. Seeing the Eiffel Tower off in the distance, the largest cast iron structure in existence. Oh! And the Skoda's expired. It's past its warranty. He just blew up. 1,534 hit points and that guy's gone. There's said to be, there was a Paris artist who absolutely hated the Eiffel Tower, and the only place in Paris that he could go to a restaurant and eat without seeing the Eiffel Tower is to actually go to the restaurant in the Eiffel Tower. He said, at least then I can't see it. Well, unfortunately, the EBR escaped that shot. It was a bit of a snap. The standard reload, by the way, 28.76 seconds. And we can see he's got it down to 24.35. I think he's there. He's just unspotted at the moment. But will he stay there? Well, he's not going to take a shot to find out. The Shah was there, but was the EBR. We're one up on the enemy now. Oh, EBR. So it appears he was there. And now he's not. Well, it's the only fitting way for an EBR to die, either to be killed by Arty or blown out of existence by a Heshbon. Yes, I know there is a different name for this thing. People might call it the other name, which is a rather undignified name. And I know it does look like the outhouse that most people call it, but the thing is that this vehicle was designed to fire Hesh. That was its main armor. That's its main ammo for the gun. So, in a sense, I mean, I think the AP round is in fact fake. They didn't actually have an armor-piercing round for it. It was only supposed to fire Hesh. Even so, I prefer calling it the Heshbon. Oh, he was there! The Leopard was there. He could have blind fired that guy out of existence. Now, will he go back to that spot? Our guys are getting close to that Leopard. Our Patton and our guys are now chasing a T-55A back to their cap area.
Need your help.
Case.
Moving to support you.
It's going to try and reverse back, and it doesn't reverse very fast. 8 kilometers an hour? I think it's 8. So he's trying to reverse so he can get a shot on the T-55A. It might be better for him to turn around. Yep, he's doing that. Then he can nuke that T-55A. The scores are now even, but the T-55A probably won't reckon on being shot in the rear. Oh, and the enemy Arty have been found now, but we're down by 1 tank. No, he decided not to shoot. This gun can fire fairly, well, it's got a large dispersion. 0.4 dispersion, so he really didn't want to fire. If he had, yeah, that's illustrating my point. If he had fired the previous shot with a large reticule, it probably would have cost him. Now the question is, did the T-55A see him? There's only 3 left on our team, Arty, and of course, Repipali. And with that long reload, it gets a real problem trying to get kill all the enemy if they come towards you all at once. Sharp future. One gone. Did get seen. It's his 4th kill. Now, if you know the game, then of course you know the reload time for this tank, and it is long. And the T55A is going after the Arty, and it appears we've lost one. The T92 goes down. There's the T55. Yes, and he got him, but now he's facing 5 enemy. He's just wiped one out. He killed the M55, M53, M55 before we got the shot on him. So it's 1 versus 5. Now it's 1 versus 4. There's the Leopard. We're not loaded. He gets a 105mm round into us. We send a 183 back at him, and he's out the game. And that is a Top Gun. And now we're facing an Object 257, and the Arty are firing at us from a completely different direction. Now, the thing about the 257 is he must know we're on reload, but the question is he doesn't know how close to finishing the reload we are. I think he knows now, or must realise, that we are probably loaded. And remember, this is a Centurion hull, so it's relatively tough, as long as you side scrape in the right angle. Now, the enemy can't see us now, and the Arty can't see us. Where is he? There he is. Hello. Well, that's pretty final. He waited till the guy was very vulnerable, until he could get the side armor, and it went straight through. Even if it hadn't actually penetrated, it would have overwhelmed him as it was, so he would have been out of the game just like that. And now he's got to face 2 Arty, the Conqueror gun carriage and the GW Tiger. And he's got 2 minutes to get a win. Now he's going to chug away across the battlefield. The steampunk FV4005. He's found one. It's the GW. Schutzwagen Tiger, made from the Tiger 2. Gets him with 1 shot. That's his Radleys. And now all he's got to do is find the Conqueror gun carriage to win the game. Oh, he's found him! He's not loaded yet, though. Now, will the Conqueror try to kill him with a shotgun, or will he just try to run away? He's chasing. He didn't want to shoot there. He's still got plenty of ammo. In fact, he's decided to use the armor-piercing round. And, oh, look at this. The Conqueror is actually turning to fight. He's going to try and shotgun him. That's probably not going to work. Neither of them managed to score a hit, but I kind of think that Repipali is going to get the first shot. In fact, if he got a shot onto Repipali's turret, it would have killed him, but he didn't get it on. And this is to win the game and get a Kolobanov. Hello! Just like that. And that's a Pascucci's medal as well. And the game for Repipali. Well, I guess you all realise now that, in fact, the coincidence, or the happy coincidence, is that they both managed to score Kolobanov medals in this game, as well as ace tankers. In Repipali's case, this was the first ace tanker in the FV4005, the Heshbon, yes, which is otherwise known by a different name. He managed to get a demolition expert because he blew apart one of the enemy tanks. In fact, it was the 257. He hammer-racked the guy on the side. He got a Reaper badge for taking out consecutive enemy with consecutive shots, a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a duelist badge rather, to getting 2 enemy tanks that damaged him, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 6 in this one. He also picked up a Radley Walters for getting at least 8 kills. In fact, he ended up with 9 in this one, as well as a Pascucci's medal for killing both enemy Arty, a Kolobanov medal, the medal everyone would like to get for killing at least 5 enemy tanks, and it was 5 exactly on this game. Briefly for a moment he was facing 5, but he took out the T-55A and that made it 4. And then he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, as well as the Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. His win rate was 9,595, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in this one was 7,351 hit points. The next highest being the Leopard 1, who he might have blind shotted that guy, at least had the potential to do it. That guy got a Confederate as well in his Leopard. He got 5,806 hit points of damage in the game. The third highest on damage turned out to be the T-55A that he killed just after he killed the M53-M55. He got 3,605 hit points. When it came to kills, though, he easily scored that one with 9. The next highest being the T-55A with 4 kills. 2 kills went to the Leopard 1 and the GW Tiger on the enemy team. And on his own team, the Panzerkampfwagen 7 managed 2 kills, so did the Tiger Mouse and also the T-92 HMC. The Patton tank on our team got a Confederate, and the M53 M55 also got a Confederate in that game. When it came to base XP, in fact, he's the only one to get over 1,000. He got 1,218 hit points of damage. Experience points in that game. And that means he's got the top in all 3 columns. The next highest player being the Patton tank, who managed 990, and then the Cobra, who managed 912 experience points. What a good game. Let's have a look at detail. 13 shots fired. Remember, only 20 rounds in the vehicle. So he actually had 7 rounds spare at the end of the game. 9 direct hits, 9 penetrations, and 7,351 hit points of damage, of which 3,024 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, both penetrated, I'm afraid, and 2 hits by way of splash damage. The enemy Arty definitely wanted to try and get him, but because of the position he was in at the end of the game, it was very difficult for them to get a shot to fall down into that little courtyard next to the building, because, of course, there are very few places on the Paris map where you can actually land a shell, unless, of course, you've got a very good trajectory, like the Conqueror gun carriage. He damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 9 of the enemy, and on a free-to-play account, he actually made a loss out of that game of 17,889 credits, mainly down to the Hesh rounds. They are very expensive. And he also took away 32 bonds, 25 for mission achievements, 7 for being tier 10, and 2,436 experience points as well. 2 exceptional games, but the best thing about this one, the second one, the Heshman, was that Repipali managed to get his first ace tanker. You can tell it's the first one because he's got the scrolls underneath, and you only get that the first time. So congratulations to Repipali for getting his first ace, breaking his duck, so to speak, and doing it on a Kolobanov with a Radley Waters. And, to Virag Elftars in the SU-130PM, I know it wasn't that great that he wasn't able to find and kill the last one himself, but the system automatically killed the last enemy tank simply because he disconnected, and as a consequence, he won the game. He got his Kolobanov, and of course, they ended up with wiping out the enemy team at the end. So congratulations to both guys. I hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.